Oh, hey there, my name is William. I didn't get your name.
William, my name is Reubin Cavalier,
Hey, Reubin, R-U-B-E-N,
Reubin,
R-E-U-B-I-N, Cavalier, C-A-V.
Alier.
Okay, great.
Yes, sir.
Okay, man, well, where are you from?
I'm from actually Napoleonville, a little town in south central Louisiana. I started back in '75. I was just graduated from high school and had an invitation to get into the business from one of my dad's constituents in the construction business. He was working for McDermott. And he gave me an introduction to meet the manager of McDermott's diving division. And I went over, met him, and did 2 years green as an apple. And decided that at some point here I need to get some education in the physics of diving. And I took a leave of absence from McDermott and went to diving school right there in Houston at the Ocean Corps. Came back with a ticket to get back with McDermott.
After you went to McDermott, what was that after that?
Well, diving was a little hard on a young man because went out and you got a pocket full of money and you came in and you'd been spending the last 60 days offshore, so you lived today like there was no tomorrow and you had money in your pocket. So it led me into running into, as I call it, having more fun than the law allows. So I had to regroup at some point, and I was blaming it on the offshore life, which after I left the diving, I was living the same habits and finding that it was leading to the same trouble. So I thought about it and said I needed to stay with diving because it's something that I truly love doing. So I just corrected my behavior and stopped some of the overspending of my happiness into a little bit more of a controlled life and got back into diving and got back in with American All-Field Divers in '86. Yes, and American All-Field Divers evolved into Oceanic and Stoked, and eventually they bought out or merged with Cal Dive, and that's who I retired with, is Cal Dive, spending 30 years total in the business. The most memorable was because of an incident that happened. It almost took, it put the whole SAT team in jeopardy. And that was, it was a 650-foot press that we were being held at. It was on a return run from the dive, and we were mating the bell up. We had the bell mated up, and it showed that the mate was a good mate and the integrity was there. We opened up the two hatches and was crossing over. My partner was in the trunk when the seal broke. So in a matter of seconds, we were traveling up at a fast rate. And that's a danger to any diver once he's been in the water under pressure. And the other dive team dragged my partner through and closed that hatch, which left me in the bell alone. And finally I got the hatch that we have in there, which is like 300 pounds. Tremendous what effects you have under adrenaline in those situations. I got the hatch closed and that was it. Now we went from complete chaos to complete silence, and then I realized I traveled, so I notified topside and asked how much depth did I lose, and I lost 70 feet quickly, and that's a danger. I said, man, I was just waiting to bow up with pain from bends or any other embolism or something, some effect from that, but felt absolutely no effects for that expedited 70-foot excursion up. God was with me in a big way there, so that's probably one of the most memorable and thankful moments of my life.
Do you know Jesus?
I know Jesus.
Yeah.
I know Jesus very well. I carried him to many depths, and we had many conversations when I was alone at his oceans with silence and gratitude for being able to make it and to enjoy such a wonderful career and being able to overcome the elements without any adversities, even though had some extreme experiences. Yes, I firmly believe that if there's a heaven on earth, it's deeper than 300 feet in God's oceans. He is right there with you.
Next question.
Okay, well, what I'd like to say to anyone that would like to pursue this as a business, just make sure that you can comprehend the environment that you're going to be exposed to. The work you're going to be doing is a special treat to me. A guy that likes to use his hands but hate boredom. That's one thing diving is not. It's not monotonous, it's not boring, and you spend a lot of time away from your home. So if you're a family man, you need to consider that, because if you do get into the business, you have spent so much money and time getting trained to get to the front door that once you get into it, there are guys that have spent all this time and money getting to that point to realize this is a career they cannot handle. They don't take the challenge on, as a part of something they want to be a part of. Maybe they're fearful, and that's, of all the things in commercial diving, I think the most dangerous thing is fear. Fear will cause you to not act and think correctly in emergency situations, which may be endangering your life. And if you got 3 seconds between you and death, you better think for those 2 seconds and do the right thing for that 1 second, because you can make it go south bad quick. Yes, sir.
You got anything else you want to talk about?
I missed that. What's the question?
You got anything else you want to talk about?
Just
You answered everything I had. So.
just a welcome to whoever wants to get into the field. There's always going to be a demand for man's dexterity. It never will be totally replaced by the robotics of ROVs and all, which are very welcomed in the business nowadays. That do tremendous things and stuff. But pursue the career, but just make sure you're ready to make the sacrifice.